And just like that, I'm back in Las Vegas. And every single time I fly in here, if you sit on the right side of the plane, you can actually see my house. I kid you not, from the plane. But I get just as excited when I get here as you do when you come for vacation. I love it. I get excited when I see those lights in the buildings. I can't believe I live here. It's awesome. Shoes match your purse, lady. Are you my Uber? I have a look at my Uber driver. I'm gonna give you 7.5 stars. They usually only go up to 5, but you know, or 4. I don't know. It's bright. I'm used to the dim and gloom, dark grayness of Dallas. There's sunlight here. Oh my gosh. Well, been exciting. You know, I got right back to Vegas, and then Rachel had to go back to Dallas because she's doing some stuff. So as soon as I got back, I kind of timed it that way so I could spend a few minutes with her, you know, we went to dinner, and then I dropped her off at the airport. She's on their way headed to Dallas. She'll be landing soon. And then this is our monthly DeLorean meeting here in Las Vegas. There's a bunch of other DeLorean owners and fans, and we get together on one Thursday a month. I forget exactly what day. If you live in Las Vegas and you own a DeLorean and you want to be part of the DeLorean Club, or just search for it. You know, I'm on a text message basis with the guys, so we just group text each other, but I believe there's a Facebook group, so if you just search for DeLorean Las Vegas, I'm sure you'll probably find it. And I actually have a Facebook for the DeLorean Time Machine experience in Las Vegas, and maybe I'll start posting it for fans of me, of the DeLorean, of the Time Machine that just want to come and hang out with us. So I'm on my way there, and we're gonna go to a DeLorean hangout. Let's go. I absolutely love the mountains. This street is called Mountain Vista, and there's a reason why. It's so gorgeous. Right? Isn't that beautiful? The sun shines on the mountains. And if you look at Mount Charleston, which is behind me, there's still snow on it. It's great. Wow, DeLoreans. All right, we're at Skinny Fats. Skinny and Fats. A bunch of DeLoreans showed up here. A bunch of DeLorean owners of DeLoreans. Everybody's checking them out. This dude, we gotta talk to this cat because he has, one of just the greatest cars ever. This car has a custom Lotus engine in it. He's done custom brakes, Willwood brakes. I mean, this thing is sick. I don't normally care too much for some of the modifications, the Lotus. But the things he's done on this car, the little spoiler, the exhaust, the engine, the interior things he's done, just fantastic. Absolutely. Of course, here's my time machine. And of course, the overheating DeLorean. So, look at here. Yep. Pissing right there. So what's happened is, I know what's happened. There's a heater pipe. I've ripped it out. So this little heater pipe here, obviously, this stupid clamp was rubbing up against that coolant pipe, vibrating, and I rubbed a little hole in it, and now it's just pissing out of it and spraying all over the motor, and that's why it's hot, because coolant was released, pressure was released. So, oh god damn it, ow, not ow. So need to fix that. pipe. There's always some DeLorean thing. I don't think that's an expensive part. It's not going to be that difficult to do. Well, that lower pipe is going to be a pain in the ass to get to. Oh, gosh darn it. Now, I could braze it. I could wrap it in emergency. They make those welding rods that weld aluminum. I could do that. I'll just buy another one. Shit. I was just having this conversation with a bunch of other DeLorean owners about, oh, the DeLorean's undeserved bad reputation, blah, 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 blah. It's not undeserved. The DeLorean has a bad reputation, not because it's an old car or whatever. It's just because there are hundreds of poorly designed things, elements like that on the car that are just points of failure. You know, like nobody ever sat down and goes, oh, well, maybe this hose will rub up against this pipe and cause it to fail one day. There's just a whole bunch of that. And there's a lot that could be blamed on lack of maintenance. They could say, well, maybe your motor mounts aren't in good condition. That's why the motor is shaking around. And that's why the hose was rubbing. Maybe that clamp should have been turned the right direction. There's always going to be somebody that's going to want to blame somebody else instead of blaming the DeLorean. But the thing about it is, after owning about 50 of these cars and working on them for the last 20 years, it's just like a never-ending thing. Like if you want to own a DeLorean, you have to be, either you need to have a friend that's a mechanic or you need to be mechanically inclined. And that's just the way it is, folks. Sorry. Unpopular opinion among a lot of DeLorean people. But those people are probably, you know, fairly brilliant mechanics and engineers like the guy I was talking to, this other guy, Bob. He's a real smart guy. Of course he knows what to do. The average Joe that's just used to driving a Toyota, DeLorean might not be for you. So, just saying. All right, some behind the scenes video here. Ta-da! The Videobob edition Eames chair in red. It's kind of a burgundy red. It's not red, but it's kind of red. My living room is empty. I got rid of all of my theater seating that was here before, my power recliners, which are for sale. By the way, if you live in Las Vegas and you see this video, I'll post a picture of the chairs. These were five Seatcraft powered recliners, powered headrests with lighted cup holders, collided accents. I spent over almost $6,000 for these 5 chairs delivered. They're designed to be configured any way you want. You can make couches, love seats, sectionals. You could just, because each chair is individual with its own controls. And when I put them in like less than 2 years ago or 2 years ago, whatever it was, you know, I was going for this gray color, you know. But I've decided I'm going to do these chairs. So I took those out. So those are for sale. So if you want to buy those, I want $2,000 for the 5 chairs that make the 2 couches or the 1 couch, whatever you want to make it into in Las Vegas. So you want to buy them from me, come meet me, hit me up. I'll sell them to you. In the meantime, I'm putting these Eames chairs. So I made a deal with the company that makes these chairs that they're not giving me the chairs, but they're giving them to me at a deep discount at about a quarter of the price, right? And so the deal was they'd sell me the 2 chairs for basically cost and shipping if I would do a video of them. Now they already have a detailed video of the assembly of them. So, but they want me to do a review of them. So here it is. This is the chair. So what I've done is, this is behind the scenes. I've put together 1 chair so I would know how to do it. Then I'm going to show an unboxing and then put together the chair. Even though these guys, they already have a detailed video of their own. When you open up the box, you get this here and it tells you to YouTube and look for this to go find the chair, to how to put it together. So I'm going to do sort of an installation instruction. I showed you this before. It's the same people, right? You got the do not hee on the chair, no break dancing, sitting on the edge can be a problem. I don't know who this chick is. This is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to lounge in the chair. I have not yet sat in the chair. Let's sit. I was putting the chair together and then I was like, oh my gosh, I got to go to the DeLorean meeting. So let's check it out. That's Jean's painting. I haven't hung it up yet. I'm going to hang it up. Let's have a sit. Let's lounge, shall we? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ah. Okay, so I'm going to do the official version of this video. My feeling on it is it's a little bit, it's different than my one that I have at the shop in Dallas. This is the upgraded foam and leather. I think they're supposed to, this is like Italian aniline leather, something like that. I forget what they, but it's this finer leather. It's definitely firmer. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. It doesn't suck. It's comfortable, but it's definitely firmer than my other chair. This is supposed to be a higher quality of leather. Feet are out. I'm trying to decide if I like the other pebble leather or this tighter. You can see that this is a smooth, tight leather. The other one is a black pebbled leather, but this is, you know, compared to the other one I have, I can't tell you it's much different. I think it's pretty much like the one I have. I got to be honest. I mean, listen, when I went to that Design Within Reach gallery at the North Park Center in Dallas, where they sell the Herman Miller Eames chairs, they're selling this exact chair basically for $6,000. I'm telling you, from a guy who builds things for a living, I looked at those $6,000 Herman Miller chairs, and I cannot tell a difference. And I'm going to say all this when I do the official review. But like the wood, the leather, I just can't tell the difference. I really can't. I got to be honest with you. I mean, there's certain things that are Chinese copies, which is what this is, that really are like when you go to Harbor Freight and you buy like a hammer or an anvil or a vise, like you really can't mess that up. You know, like Harbor Freight sells their Daytona jacks that Snap-on sells the same one for literally 10 times the price. There's certain things that just like there really is no point in paying more for. You know, like certain liquors, tequilas, vodkas. Like I can find no discernible difference between a $20 bottle of vodka and a $200 bottle of vodka. I mean, listen, and some stuff is just BS. Whiskey, you know. I have up here on my mantle, I've shown this before, a bottle of Louis XIII, right? Now this stuff is thousands of dollars for this cognac. I can't tell the difference between this and your average Cavossier, whatever. Same shit to me. Anyway, I'm just telling you that if you want to impress some people, get a couple of these chairs that I'm about to turn you on to. And the people, oh my gosh, you got a Herman Miller Eames chair. Oh my God. That's so expensive. All right. I got to put this video together. And Rachel dropped her off at the airport. She just told me that all the planes in DFW got diverted to Midland, which is like the middle of nowhere, Texas. Sorry, Midland, but you know it's true. That's why it's called Midland. And anyway, so she got forced to get a hotel. That sucks. Gonna be doing some Knight Rider stuff soon. This is like this is part of a lower console. I know, like I'm gonna be working on my Knight Rider, as you saw, parked next to the DeLorean. This, I think I showed this before. This is an Eames Ottoman that I found. I remember I found that at this antique shop for $40, or as a resale shop. Also, another toy that I just picked up, this right here. If Videobob had a camera, what would he wear? This is, I've decided I'm going to get back into video. You know, I'm Videobob. People go, why are you Videobob? I've told this story before, but if you're a new viewer, you know. The reason my name is Videobob is back in the early 90s, I think 90, 91, I had a VHS camcorder. And I used to videotape bands, you know, musical acts in Fort Worth and Dallas. Notably, you know, Pantera and stuff like that. That's how I got hooked up with those guys. And I did, hundreds of music videos. I had a cable access show in Fort Worth on Channel 46. It was sort of like a Wayne's World kind of show, the Videobob show. But that's how I got the nickname Videobob back in like 93, 30 years ago. And I haven't done a major video. I mean, I did it, last big MTV video I did probably was in 2006 or 7. And the last DVD release I did was probably 2008 or 9. And then after that, I opened up my restaurant and I started doing custom cars and I started doing other stuff. And I just haven't gotten into video. And all of my video equipment is, I have high definition, mini DV. People laugh when they hear that, but it's not that long ago. It was only like 10 years ago. I mean, we only transitioned to high definition and I think it didn't become standard till 2012? Something like that. Maybe 2009, I think it rolled out. But anyway, the point is that I needed a new piece of equipment. And all the videos that you see me do on the YouTube channel here, I just do with my phone. My iPhone 14 Pro is what I'm using. So this is not actually a new camera. This camera is actually several years old. This is a Panasonic 4K camera, fixed lens camera. I think it's called the AV, what is this thing called? People watching it probably who know what it is. It's the AV-DVX200. Okay, anyway. But it's black and red. I found a gosh darn black and red video camera. Look at this thing. And it's kind of the same color that the Marty McFly had in Back to the Future. So I'm playing around with this thing. I just bought a matte box for it. I still have all my tripods, my wireless stuff, my lighting. I still have a storage full of professional video gear. And I've been thinking about getting back into video again. I did that. I helped with that music video that my buddy Champtown directed with Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top and Morris Day from the time. And it was called Too Much Girl for Me. And I just shot a bunch of stuff on my phone and they were really impressed. He said, man, you really got an eye for this, Your shots are amazing. And they ended up using some of my shots in the music video. And I was like, if I had a proper piece of equipment, I could go out and do, I could offer my services again. And I think I'd like to maybe do some more music videos and maybe some DVDs not DVDs, I mean documentaries. Nobody watches DVDs. Do you still use DVDs? Tell me in the comments. Do you still play DVDs and Blu-rays and things? I mean, anyway, I was thinking about my friend Vinnie Paul. I used to work for Vinnie Paul from Pantera. He had a band called Hell Yeah, and I made some of their music videos and I did some of their DVDs and things. And I have thousands of hours of tape that's never seen the light of day of hanging out with Vinnie and the band and touring. I used to drive their tour bus. I used to tour with them. I used to hang out with them. I used to party with them. I thought about taking some of that video and putting it together and making some kind of my own little documentary or something with it because I have all this amazing footage. And one of the things that keeps me from putting it on YouTube would be all the music licensing that I would need because there's constantly music in it. But there's ways to remove the music, hide the music, or maybe license the music. And I thought, maybe I could put together something. Maybe I should. So anyway, I don't know, your thoughts. People keep asking me, what do I think about this Pantera reunion thing? I'd rather not comment about it, and we'll just leave it at that. I think that I'm going to honor my friend's wishes. Vinnie had said that he didn't want that to happen, and he wasn't interested, and so I understand he's been gone like 5 years now, and other people need to make money. There's money to be made. It is the music business. It's show business, not show friendship. So that part of me understands that, listen, Phil and Rex want to make money. Rita that owns Dimeshare wants to make a living. And, the fans want to hear the music. So, who am I? I have nothing to do with it in any way. So people keep asking me my opinion, and my opinion is completely invalid. Just because I was friends with Vinnie Paul doesn't mean that I speak for him or his legacy. I'm not a part of his estate. The people who are, I think some of the people who are part of his estate maybe are not for the reunion as well. And it's not really a reunion. It can't be a reunion when two of the members are gone. The two founding members that, were the most important part of it are not there. But, there's bands that still tour. Like, there's bands out there with not a single original member in them that are still playing. They have play here in Vegas all the time. We went and saw the Guess Who. There's not a member of the Guess Who in the Guess Who. But the songs are great. It's like Foreigner. Like, is there anybody in Foreigner still in Foreigner? There's a lot of bands like that. But the songs are great, and the music is great, and the people that are in the bands are, you know, I think the only argument that they have is they were members of the band with original members, and then they continued on without the original members, and at least there's that legacy. Whereas with this iteration of Pantera, Pantera never did break up and then reform with other members. But anyway, again, it's not my place to comment on it any more than just being a fan. I didn't work for Pantera. I worked for Vinnie Paul directly because he had his own record company. So I have nothing to do with Pantera or their record company. I worked for Big Ben Records for Vinnie Paul, and I worked for Hell Yeah, the band, his band. And so that's where my involvement was. I did not make any videos or anything for Pantera. And even though some of the Pantera home videos did include video that I had shot, you know, those are uncredited, and I had really nothing to do with the production of them. You know, I helped with the final production of the remastering edit of Dime Vision, the retail release of the DVD, you know, the mastering, the wrap, all those things, the retail production. Did the music video for Rebel Meets Rebel. And then when Hell Yeah was formed, I did the video for Alcohol and Ass and helped shoot some stuff for You Wouldn't Know and some of their other stuff. Their DVD Below the Belt, things like that. Their Live from Dallas DVD, I did that by myself. So a lot of cool stuff for the band. And I thought, you know, maybe I'll get back into doing some stuff, and maybe, who knows, maybe I'll get the opportunity to do a little bit of stuff with Kiss. Who knows? Like, you know, as you know, I'm friends with some of the guys in Kiss, and that would be really cool if I could do something with them. Who knows? Maybe I will. Never know. So I guess that's enough of an update for right this minute. You know, I was talking about the idea of doing daily blogs. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do daily blogs. You know, it's too much work. It's too much stuff. So anyway, I got to do the video for this chair. It's already pretty late at night. I don't know if I'm going to wait till tomorrow and do it, but maybe I will. It's already late. Tired. All right, that's enough for today. I'll catch you guys later.